Hello.
Hello?
Hey, how's it going?
Um, okay.
So you were feeling a little strongly.
Yeah,
So what was happening?
sorry.
No, no problem. No problem at all. Feelings. They don't feel good, but they're good for you.
Yeah. Um, I don't know, I just got really scared, um, because, when you didn't message me back, I thought, maybe I had done something wrong, and, you didn't want to talk to me or something, and then I felt like I never, um, be able to figure this stuff out, and it's just been really emotional because I keep I keep feeling like I have to go back there.
Back to see your parents?
Yeah,
Right, right, right,
to because there are things I need to get, and it's getting really scary.
right, right. Well, why don't you start by, and I'm sorry that it took me a little while to get back to you. Why don't you start by telling me, or just giving me the story of where you're at with your parents and what's been going on?
Um, well, I realized about a month ago that I really, really wanted to defoo, and I was living at home. Um, they have been paying for everything for me. They've been paying for my school and my car and everything. So they had basically owned everything that I had. So I decided that I wanted the first thing I had to do was start to be financially independent. So I went and talked to them and told them that I wanted to pay for my own school, and that's when things started to get really out of control
What
because
was it? Sorry to interrupt you. What was it that happened a month ago that gave you this realization?
I had just been thinking a lot about my past and um, paying attention to how I felt when I was around my parents, particularly my dad, because that's the parent that I realized I had to focus more on because he's the parent that I, thought I had, kind of liked or admired or whatever. And I just was thinking a lot about, what he had done when I was a kid and how it made me feel sad and a little angry, like him being nice to me now. And I just kind of realized that nothing was going to get better, and I didn't even want it to get better, so that's when it was kind of like the only option.
Right, right. And so the way that you sort of planned your escape was to begin detaching yourself from their financial support, but when you indicated that or your desire for that, things got worse. Is that right?
Yeah.
And how did things get worse? What happened?
Well, they told me, we've been saving for, paying for your college, and it was, something that was making us really proud, and, as if I was, like, hurting them by trying to make a decision for myself. And I kind of pointed that out to them. I was like, look, I can't really base my life decisions around your desire for a sense of pride and that sort of thing. And that's when my mother, she started to, like, have she started to get really, really nervous, I guess, and tried to corner me with all these questions, like, do you ever want to see us again? And, stuff I wasn't ready to talk about, yeah.
So the moment that you began to talk about financial independence, they sensed, in a sense, your motivations for that?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right. Right. So they're pretty smart, right?
Right.
I mean, it's a kind of evil genius, but they're pretty on the ball, right?
Yeah.
Right. And did you talk to them, and there's no right or wrong, I'm just curious, right? But did you talk to them about your your feelings, your history, your some of the suffering that you'd undergone, or anything like that, or was that not something that you felt was going to be a safe thing to do?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't think it was safe.
Right. Well, I'm sure that you're right. I'm sure that that was quite wise. And so when your mom said, you like, do you never want to see us again? What was your response to that?
I said, I'm not ready to talk about that. I said, actually, no, I didn't. I said, um, I started kind of like RTR. I was like, I feel angry then because, you know, I feel as if you're just saying that to guilt me.
Right. That's not exactly RTR, but it's pretty close, right? Because you're kind of going to a conclusion there, but that doesn't matter
Right,
because,
right,
I mean, you're
right,
not in a relationship that you don't really want to sustain, but well,
right.
they obviously saw that you were frightened and angry by the interaction, right?
Yeah.
And what was their response to that? Was it just to turn up the pressure, or?
Um, well, my mom, she just kind of like was like, I'm not guilting you. I'm like, I guess just like threw her hands up and walked away. But, she keeps, every time I go over there to get stuff, she keeps descending on me with those questions. So